Hey guys, this is our SVN tutorial, and the first thing we're going to want to do is download Tortoise SVN, and you can just Google that, or just tortoisesvn.net/downloads. 32-bit version is most likely what you're going to need, unless you know you need 64, but it'll probably be the 32. Click that. Ignore this, it's just there to distract you. So you just wait for the download. I've already got it downloaded and installed, but so you would obviously save it and install it. It'll ask you to reboot. You can do that if you want. You don't really have to though if you just want to keep watching this or whatever. If you're on a Mac, SC plugin is what you're going to want. And you can find that at scplugin.tigris.org, and if you come to Documents and Files, you can find the DMG file right there and install it. It does very similar things, but if you have any questions, just ask me about it and I can hopefully help. So step 2, once you have Tortoise, and as you can see, because it's like a shell, I think, extension app, I don't know what they call them. Whenever you right click you get these options, and so, but regardless, we want a new folder first, and this is where everything's going to go. The repository, that is, that's where it's going to go. So I just like to name mine working copy, and as you can see it's empty right now, but not for long, because we're going to check out, and that's what it's called when you check the repository to your your computer. The URL you'll need, and you can get that by going to my.ippd.ufl.edu. Go to Students, Repositories, JGarden, and here's ours, and here's the URL that they're looking for. So you copy that, and then you put it in there, and then here the directory where your folder is. I've got mine there already. And then just leave the rest of this alone, hit OK, and it'll check everything out that's currently in our repository. So, yeah, you can see these files. We got deliverables, there's nothing there. Minutes has some files, though, that I had added before. So I guess we'll do like editing one right now. If we open this, let's say we spell my name correctly. Save it and close it, and now you can see it's red, so it hasn't been what they call committing. You commit it back to the repository. With any changes you made, you commit those changes. Update is where you obviously would update your working copy with whatever is currently in the repository, and you can do that either by file or with the whole thing. And same with committing, you can either do it by file or you can just commit everything at once. So let's just, and there's other options here. A lot of them you don't need to worry about, but you can revert your version back to the original that before you made changes, and I guess you can lock things and do some crazy stuff. But that's not too important right now. We're just committing, so we're going to commit this. You can type in a message, and you can double click here to see the changes that were made. That's kind of neat. And if you had multiple files, they would all come up down here. And so we say OK. We commit to it, and see it updated to a check mark. And if we go here, minutes, here you can see that my name is correct and stuff. And if you were on our wiki timeline, I believe it recorded the change we just made. See, and it says who did it. If I had a message, it would have said it. The file itself, and here's actually shows a list of changes that occurred, which is kind of cool. Okay, so we're done with that, and that's how you commit files. And you definitely want to do that often. So, because like I said, or maybe I didn't say, but when you update, you get the most recent version. So you always want to do that before you make any changes. Otherwise, say it's 5 o'clock, but you haven't updated since like I don't know 8 a.m. and somebody made changes at 3 p.m. and so then you're sitting here working with 8 a.m. files and there's 3 p.m. ones that are updated. So you need those. Otherwise, if you commit, you're gonna change the revised one to your version, and their changes are gone. So that's not good. You don't want that to happen. So update often, commit often, and that kind of stuff. So if we want to add a file, I have a notepad. I've got the minutes for our September 8th meeting there. And so let's save them. And the format that we're going to use, I believe, with pretty much all files, just to keep them organized, would be like what it is. So minutes, and then the year, the month, and then the day. And we'll try and I think that's the format we're going to go with. But we can just decide later. Okay, so that's that. And I dragged it in here, and I want to go to Tortoise SVN option, and I want to add this to our repository. So I'm going to say add. And then as you can see, I have to commit the changes I made within the folder. Commit it. And you could do this as well just with this file. You could just commit this file. And there's your file that you're committing. Okay, I'm not going to put any messages in. Voila, it has been committed. We can refresh, and it should have some check marks for us. There we go. And over here, if I go to minutes, voila, it's right there. So that's how you add a file. You can do folders similarly. If I just create a new folder, agendas or whatever, because I think we'll need that. I can go SVN and I can add agendas, and it has been added. But now I need to commit the folder. Bam, committed. And hopefully we get some checks. Bam. And look here. Agendas. Very cool. Alright. Deleting stuff. Similar. There's like an extra step though. Like if I were to delete this swing that I just added, and then obviously we want to commit the changes we made within our directory. You gotta check this though. It's not default checked. So I check it, I say okay, and then it's no longer there, so it's gone. And so that's how you're gonna do that. So there's lots of stuff. I mean, you can delete through the system as well. Like let's go and just delete. I don't want to ignore it now. Delete and update, commit, and then commits is deleted or whatever. So those are two different ways. I guess second way is probably easier. But that's about it. If you guys have any questions, you just let me know. Maybe Caroline, if you want to re-add that agendas folder and put in the agendas we've had so far, and Kaylee, if you want to add the minutes that I had added for the 8th, that would be good. Catherine, Amy, you don't really have anything. David, maybe you want to add that PowerPoint deliverable we had to here, just as a test, and then you guys let me know if you have any problems. And I can't really think of anything else right now. So I guess that's it. Wiki stuff. I might make a page. I think I'm gonna get rid of this thing right here and make it like a jargon intro page. and then from there I'll link us some info on how to make pages and edit them or whatever. It's all very easy, and I'll link you to the resources that I use for that. And that should be about it. So I will talk to you guys later.